Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dominique Davis, also known as Brown and Bindi, and on this channel we practice flexibility of the mind, body, and spirit. If you would like to learn exactly how to visualize, continue watching. Visualizing is the act of taking time to meditate and mentally create the vision of your ideal life. It is very important because it allows us to create a bridge between our mind and the material world. Oftentimes, visualizing can be the difference between turning a dream into a goal. Visualizing is so important because it helps us figure out exactly where our resistance lies. We have a lot of things in our life that we want to manifest, but a lot of the parts of what we want to manifest might seem murky because we haven't really figured out those specific parts. So by visualizing, we get to actually live it in our mind and figure out exactly how to put the puzzle together. Visualizing is very easy and it's one of my favorite things to do. So it's pretty simple. How you do it is find a quiet space for yourself. It is very important that it is quiet and that you feel safe and comfortable enough to let your mind wander. You can start to breathe deeply or practice different breathing techniques, just depending on, your experience with spirituality and breathing. But you definitely want to make sure that you use your breath to connect to your center and use your breath to allow you to relax and be present in the moment so that you can really enjoy the experience that you're about to have. Next, you want to sit or lay down. Make sure you're comfortable so you're not like fidgeting and moving around. You want to sit or lie down and close your eyes. I suggest doing one of two things. One, visualizing a scene from your ideal life, or two, visualizing an ideal day. If you're new to visualizing, I would suggest doing just one scene from maybe 20 minutes of your ideal life, of a day in your ideal life, because when you do a whole day, then there are a lot more opportunities for resistance to come up. And if you're not really experienced with encountering resistance, it can be overwhelming and it can also be discouraging. So it's up to you, but you can either do 20 minutes of a day or you can try to visualize what your whole day would be like in your ideal life. So after my divorce, I was married, by the way. I'm married now, but I was married before. And after my first divorce, I was depressed and confused. And oftentimes when you are depressed, your mind can be a scary place, but it can also be a place of comfort when you start to daydream. After my divorce, I had such a clear picture of what I wanted in a relationship and what I never wanted to deal with again. It was so crystal clear because I had just spent 5 years dealing with everything that I didn't want. It was probably the clearest thing that I had in my life, the clearest idea I had in my life of how I wanted to be treated from that point on. So knowing so clearly how I wanted to be treated, visualizing my happiness was very, very easy. At that time, after my divorce, I was alone and I was not looking for a relationship, not at all. I always knew that I wanted to be married. I always knew that I wanted a family, but because I had just gotten out of a relationship, I wasn't looking to jump right into another one. That being said, visualizing my ultimate happiness still brought me some peace. So I would spend time, whether it was at work or whether I was at home during my downtime, just thinking about my future husband, my future baby, giving myself ways to anchor and hold on to a part of myself that's a part of my higher being, because I've always wanted a family, and when you encounter a trauma, it becomes very easy to lose yourself and to lose touch with what you actually want. So in this very confusing time in my life, it was very easy to anchor on to those wants. I would envision taking my son to the park with my husband. I would envision, building a house with my husband. I would more so envision being happy with my husband. I would envision my husband telling me that I was beautiful. I would envision being with my husband and having a deep feeling of trust, because that's not something I didn't have in my old relationship. So this is actually the reason why I think so many people who get divorced get married so quickly afterwards, because we have such a clear idea of what we want after that first divorce, right? So my current husband, Adam, he literally just swung into my life like Tarzan. I didn't want to be with him. I didn't want to date him. I didn't want to be in a relationship, but it had to happen. The universe kept pushing us together, and he fit into my life like that puzzle piece. And I do believe that I unintentionally manifested him, and I also believe that because I wasn't looking for a relationship, that dispersed the resistance. But by visualizing how I wanted to feel in the relationship, I was able to manifest a partner who makes me feel that way all the time, because the feeling is the most important part. When visualizing your dream partner, your dream job, your dream life, the material things don't matter. The house doesn't matter. The car doesn't matter. None of that matters. What matters is how it makes you feel. So while visualizing, you want to get a good hold of how you want to feel in your ideal life, and visualize just that and hold on to it and learn what it feels like, because that is how you're going to attract exactly that into your material world. It's also important to note that while visualizing, if let's say that we go back 4 years from now, or 5, I don't know, and I'm single and I'm visualizing this ideal partner, and while I'm sitting there thinking, I start to get a thought about my ideal partner in my imagination cheating on me. Like, I'm visualizing such a nice day being with my mystery man in my mind, and then I start to think about my mystery man cheating on me. Things like this will happen when you first start to visualize. You will have such a perfect picture in your mind and everything will be wonderful, but then your brain will start to bring up things, and you're all of a sudden this daydream isn't going the way you planned, because now you're thinking of things that could possibly happen. This is resistance, and this is important. What you want to do is note this resistance, because it's a part of your belief system, and then you want to push it away, because when you visualize, that is time you set aside for yourself to feel good. So when resistance comes and tries to poison your visualization and poison this painting you're making of your ideal life, just push it away. And definitely note it so you can work through it later, and when you're not visualizing, think, hey, what was that about? But don't let it ruin your visualization, because visualizing, like I said before, is ultimately about grasping the feeling of what you want your life to be like. Okay, you guys, that is all I have for today. I really hope that I helped you get a better understanding of visualization and how to do it. I can make so many videos about visualization because it is a deep process. So I guess this is more like an intro to visualization. But yeah, if you have any more questions, just ask them below in the comment box. I'll be happy to answer. And make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I will see you next time. Bye.